So we go into event number 3 of the day, Bruno, the Sabre. And this one's kind of a throwback to the old movies of the swashbuckling pirates and the Three Musketeers, isn't it?
That's right, Bob. I think in Sabre we're going to see a lot more of a flashy action, so to speak. Movements are wider. There's a lot of screaming that goes on. It's the only weapon that's not scored electrically, so there is a chance to influence officials and judges with a scream at the right time. The target area in Sabre and what we're looking for are for hits anywhere on the upper part of the body, including the arms and head.
Well, just as it was with the foil and épée, we have culled it down to 24 finalists after the trials. And we are down to those 24, and that is a look at the final 24 in the NCAA Division I. And as you can see, they come from all over the United States.
Outstanding bunch of athletes.
Good group of young men. Yes, they are. Some more serious, some a little looser. And of those 24, they have seeded 6, and they are.
That's Paul Friedberg of University of Pennsylvania, first seed. Steve Renshaw of Clemson. Last year, Steve was in 4th place in the NCAAs. Don Lear of Penn State. Paul Cordts in 4th place of Johns Hopkins. And Chris Lyons of Notre Dame in 5th place. Neil Hicks of Wayne State.
Okay, and with that, we're going to go right into the Sabre. This will be the final event, but as we go into it, let's just give you the team scores as we get them. Going into the final event of the day, Wayne State with 104 points, Penn in 2nd, MIT in 3rd, Cleveland State in 4th, and the Clemson Tigers in 5th place. And that is how the team scores fared. Remember, as we said, it's both an individual and on a team basis. So on an individual basis, we're going to break that down for you too. And it looks like this.
These are the top 5 seeds, Bob. Paul Friedberg, University of Pennsylvania in 1st place. Steve Renshaw in 2nd place. Don Lear in 3rd. Paul Cordts in 4th place. And Chris Lyons of Notre Dame in 5th place.
Okay, with that, Bruno, we go right into the Sabre, and we are looking at 2 of those 5 seeds that you mentioned. On the left is Paul Cordts of Johns Hopkins. On the right is Paul Friedberg, University of Pennsylvania. Interestingly enough, we could call this really the Battle of Maryland. Friedberg, a junior from Baltimore. Cordts, a senior from Frostburg.
Ready?
A lot more movement by the officials in this.
Absolutely, they have to keep the target area of each fencer in view, in front of them at all times.
That's László Pongo, the director. We are tied at 4-all.
2-meter one.
Something, Bob, I forgot to mention before in talking about sabers, that points can be scored with the point of the weapon as well as with the side or cutting edges of the blade.
This one wins it. Friedberg, I believe, wins it.
Yes, he does.
5-4. He jumped in the air, Bruno, but he had kind of a disturbed look upon his face. Which,
seemed angry.
Yes, he did. Maybe it was just happy/intense. At any rate, it is Friedberg. Paul Friedberg of Lear and Hicks.
Right.
6.
That's right there. That's it. Set back with them. Center of the strip then. Center of the...
All right, we're going to pick up Neil Hicks, a freshman from Melbourne, Australia, from Wayne State. And a little more noise in this one because Don Lear from Penn State, from the host college in this tournament, is on the left. That is Don Lear, Penn State on the left. Neil Hicks, Wayne State on the right. Wayne State, Bruno, has that Australian connection.
Absolutely. It seems like a bottomless pit. Sabre fencers are marvelous to watch. I love the gestures, the expressions, and the noise.
A little bit of flair in this one. This one they switch sides. It is Lear leading by a score of 3-1. What do they call it?
They call it against Hick Wayne State.
4-1.
Penn.
That's Lear on the right now. Hicks on the left.
Hey! The attack from here is loose. Attack from here. No. The stop cut from here, not the riposte. No. 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 Continuation. Touch, touch. Right.
So Lear wins it.
Now they both cut together. One was a stop cut, one was an attack, and then he continued.
We hear the director trying to interpret that action. He describes it as an attack coming together. One is a parry, one is a stop hit. He gives the parry, repost, and the touch for Lear against Hicks.
Don Lear wins it. Neil Hicks, just a freshman, he'll have his chance. Lear, a junior from Califon, New Jersey. We neglected to mention. Okay, this moves right along, Bruno, doesn't it? The Sabre has a little more speed and movement than the foil in épée.
It certainly does. I mean, the fencers will cover the strip throughout the entire bout.
Okay, we've got Paul Friedberg on the right, our junior from the University of Pennsylvania. And on the left is Chris Lyons from Notre Dame. That is a good shot of László Pongo, the director.
Parry, the riposte. Parry, abstain, Hungar, ready?
Incredible responsibility on the part of the director. Trying to interpret what action has gone on.
A lot of speed and movement that Bruno has talked about. There's László.
Beautiful touch that time by Friedberg. He's an angry young man. I get that impression, Bob.
Maybe that's
he's fired up.
Makes him good. Chris Lyons on the left from Notre Dame is a senior from Berwyn, Pennsylvania.
See Friedberg go off the end of the strip and receive a 2-meter warning. He goes off again with 2 feet. He'll have a touch scored against him.
Show you how good Friedberg is, Bruno. He was a member of the United States Junior World Team. So was Don Lear, who we saw a moment ago. And Renshaw was a former member. All right. It is still Paul Friedberg in the lead by a score of 3-2. Simply meaning he has 3 touches to Lyons' 2.
Pongo calling that a simultaneous action. Quick feet and quick hands.
3-2.
That's nice movement.
March there, Reyes in good time. Touch, touch, left.
4-2. Call it match point, if we can borrow a tennis term here, Bruno.
That's right.
4-2.
It's up to Lyons to bring it back. Friedberg slowing the tempo of the bout down a little bit now, trying to break Lyons' rhythm up.
Cordts, 2-meter warning. 2-meter warning. Hungar, ready? Step back, please.
Still 4-2.
Step back.
The director asking Lyons to give ground. Friedberg on the 2-meter warning line.
4-3.
Lyons making a comeback.
Chris Lyons from Notre Dame cutting his lead. He can tie it. But he doesn't. Once again, Paul Friedberg comes through, and he wins it 5-3. So the junior from Baltimore, Maryland, knocks off the senior from Berwyn, Pennsylvania.
Friedberg is a terrific fencer, Bob. He moved really well on the strip, and has good control of his hands and great balance.